Coming up on this edition of Bulldawg Broadcast.
We take a deeper look into how some of the most hardworking students are conquering the challenges of working and managing their schoolwork during virtual learning.
Then we will sit down with a college freshman who is doing her best to stay positive and get involved in her university after facing some major setbacks.
It is Saturday, February 13th, and Bulldawg Broadcast starts right now.
From producing in the classroom to competing at nationals, and now virtual learning. We are Bulldawg Broadcast.
Good morning, Student Television Network. I'm Miranda Romero.
And I'm Matthew Falkenthal. Our theme today is A Teenager's Perspective.
As we come to you today from the historic Mesilla Plaza in our hometown of Las Cruces, New Mexico, we took a step back to look at what perseverance many teens have had in the past year of COVID-19.
Reporter Adelaide Oberding spoke to a local high school student about what pushes them to take on the responsibility of holding a job, balancing their life responsibilities, and navigating the possibilities of transitioning into a new learning model.
Here in downtown Las Cruces, New Mexico, many teenagers get their start working for local businesses.
To learn more about clothing and how a business operates, it's been a blast. I myself want to get into the business field, and I think this job has definitely shown me a lot how business operates. Yeah, it's been awesome. I love working here.
Quinn Hayden is one of many teenagers making the most of the pandemic in an effort to achieve their goals. Student journalist Emma Tontadonati told me more.
For my job, I do want to do this for a living, so it's great experience for when I get to college and when I am applying for jobs after that.
Like Emma, Las Cruces High student Ivan Rosales is working towards his future.
No one in my family has ever gone through this, not necessarily just the pandemic, but like you said, college. So I'm kind of doing everything on my own. I don't have any assistance from counselors.
Despite their commitment to their work and unique circumstances, these young people still face the challenges working brings.
This pandemic has been really difficult because I do have a father that is at high risk for COVID. He has MS, so I really need to be careful with what I do.
I'm the youngest employee that's ever been employed here, and I feel like as a young person I've been given a lot of responsibility.
Right now during the pandemic I am working full-time, so that does make it harder. That gives me less time to do homework. So I am working 40 hours out of the week.
All of these challenges still haven't stopped them from finding the positives of the pandemic.
The pandemic has honestly opened up more work for me. I know that's not the same for a lot of people, but for me, I'm able to be working at the workshop where it's just a safer environment, just with me, maybe a few other people, where I'm just working on getting product made.
Despite the opportunities and challenges the pandemic has brought them, they are still hopeful for the future.
I really hope that everyone stays safe during this pandemic, wears their mask, stays at home.
I think I just want to add, for anyone else who looks at this, sees this, just keep doing what you're doing, and we're going to get through it.
Reporting from downtown Las Cruces, New Mexico, for Student Television Network, I'm Adelaide Oberding.
It is beyond impressive how determined these students are during such a difficult time.
I couldn't agree more, and that is only the start of some of the amazing people we got a chance to speak to.
Before we do it, it's about time that we take a break.
We will be right back, dogs.
Approaching the 1-year mark of online learning, if we've discovered anything during quarantine, it's that the lack of socializing has affected many students' mental health. Although we don't know the permanent effects of this, there are definitely many things you can do in order to cope, such as finding a hobby, trying something new, exploring your community, and even going outdoors. But most importantly, stay healthy and stay mindful.
Welcome back, dogs.
According to admissionslead.com, last year there were over 3.6 million high school seniors in the U.S., with 74% of New Mexico seniors being graduates according to KRQE.
Here in New Mexico, the class of 2020 was faced with an unexpected switch to finish their year online, graduating with a drive-through ceremony and beginning their college experiences completely virtual.
Miranda got a chance to personally sit down with a college freshman and sorority member who is staying optimistic through the chaotic start of her college experience.
Former Las Cruces High School student and current NMSU freshman Lauren Park was a graduate in last year's drive-through graduation ceremony and was forced to proceed with all of her college preparation fully online, struggling to navigate the year to come.
When you're sitting on a Zoom with like 300 people trying to do orientation, and like some people are like not taking it seriously and like they're like messing around, like having their mics on.
Lauren's desire to involve herself within her campus led her to pledge and become a member of the Alpha Zeta Delta sorority, where she has said she has met some of her closest friends and has provided her with a more enjoyable college experience during the pandemic.
Philanthropy of like Autism Speaks, like we do different events like we try to do one like every month that we can like still now, and just to be able to like give money back to like raise and like reach our goal is like something that's like kind of help push through right now, because it's like everyone's going through this together and like they're also experiencing something like different on top of that, so to like help them in a way that they needed before COVID even like was happening.
Despite all the enjoyment that has come from pledging Alpha Z, Park still faces daily troubles with maintaining a 4.0 GPA and says the hardest part is communicating with her professors.
Be able to actually like talk to the teachers like in person. You have to either like set up a Zoom or like just email them, and it's just like it makes it a lot harder to like learn the material that you're supposed to be.
Park says she is eager to hopefully begin in-person learning for her fall sophomore semester, but for now she will stay focused and positive moving forward. It is so helpful to see students like Lauren make the best of the situation at hand.
Well, this show has really opened my eyes to the struggles and battles faced and won by our hardworking teens.
Well, that's all we have for you today, Bulldogs. Reporting for Student Television Network, I'm Miranda Romero.
And I'm Matthew Falkenthal. Continue to persevere through this pandemic and be hopeful for the future to come.